Hey, and welcome back to Ancient Ways for Modern Days. Hey, yesterday we talked about this really important concept. The concept that those who name the name of the Lord are to depart from iniquity. See, the Lord knows those who are His, and those who are His, we walk away from our sin. We don't continue to rationalize and justify it. We don't continue to nurse our pet sin or hide our hidden sin. Instead, we leave it. We walk away from it. We walk in the new life that has been given to us. And then the next text in 2 Timothy, Paul, he gives a picture of what this looks like. And our picture begins in verse 20. It says, "Now in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and silver, but also of wood and clay, some for dishonorable use, or some for honorable use, some for dishonorable." It says, "Therefore, if anyone cleanses himself from what is dishonorable," context here, verse 19, this is someone who's departing from iniquity. "If anyone cleanses himself from what is dishonorable, he will be a vessel for honorable use, set apart as holy, useful to the master of the house, ready for every good work. So flee youthful passions and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart." What an instructive text for us today. See, the picture of fleeing from or departing from iniquity, it's the picture of being a useful vessel in the Lord's house. Now, when it speaks of vessels, there are different opinions and different views on whether these vessels that are honorable are saved and those vessels that are dishonorable are not saved. That may be the case, that may not be the case. This may be that there are those who are in the house that know the Lord, and yet they're engaged in dishonorable service. They have not cleansed themselves from what is dishonorable. The picture then here is someone who is a vessel. They have cleansed themselves. They are departing from iniquity, and as they do that, they become useful for honorable use in the Lord's household. They are a vessel that the Lord can use to do some amazing things. Instead of being a vessel that is used to, modern day language, to clean the toilet, now they're a vessel that is used to carve the turkey, to stir the gravy, to whip the frosting for some delicious dessert. This is a vessel that is used for something honorable, for something special, for something really, really wonderful. This is a picture of answering the call to flee from, look at the verse 22, flee from youthful passions. Flee from these childish desires that might grip your heart. Flee from things like, well, sexual immorality for sure, but also flee from things that are youthful in the time of life that maybe you once pursued. I think about my younger years and the incredible G.I. Joe collection that I collected in my early 20s, and it was, I'll just tell you, it was rather impressive, and yet, you know what, it's meaningless. As much as I love my childhood and think about some of those memories of action figures and comic books and collections and cartoons, at the end of the day, those things matter very little. There are things that are tucked away as rather unimportant. Youthful passions. Youthful passions can we can include things like maybe knowing everything about a sports team or your sports league. These things that are, they're passions, but they ultimately aren't being used to honor the Lord. And so you're not a vessel used for honorable use. Instead of pursuing those things, you flee those things. And what is it that you pursue? Look at the list. You pursue righteousness. This is right living in relationship with God that only comes through the gospel of Jesus Christ. You pursue faith. You trust the Lord as He calls you to do hard things with your life. You pursue love and peace. This is relational in relationship with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart. You end up pursuing the church community. And you end up loving and pursuing peace and harmony and reconciliation with your church family. This is a picture of being used for honorable use in the Lord's household. So the ancient way for the modern day is simply this. It's what kind of vessel are you? Are you pursuing youthful passions that lead to nothing substantial, or are you pursuing righteousness, faith, love, and peace, along with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart, along with the church family? If you do this, you will be used for honorable use. God will use you to edify others, to encourage others, to help others mature. He will even use you to lead people to trust in Jesus and be saved. This is eternal use in the household of God. And this is our ancient way for our modern day.